going on, world? DS1 Ross, and we back here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV. Shout out to everybody who support the platform. Much love, much love. Salute to everybody in the building. If you are here and you can hear me clearly, do me a favor and please put a number 1 in the chat. Please put a number 1 in the chat. Let me know if y'all can hear me clearly. Let me know if y'all can hear me clearly, fam. Please put a number 1 in the chat. Let me know if y'all can hear me clearly. Okay. Salute to everybody in the building. Salute to everybody in the building. Shout out to y'all, man. And of course, we're back here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV. I'm your host, DS1 Ross, of course. I appreciate all the love and the support. Shout out to everybody in the building. Shout out to everybody in the building, man. Salute. Let's see who's in the building. I'm going to give some shout outs. But before we give some shout outs, make sure you guys hit that like button and share today's show because we got a great show lined up for you guys, man. We got a great show lined up for you guys. Shout out to everyone in the building. Shout out to all the supporters. Of course, I'm your host, DS1 Ross. If you do not know where you are tuned in to Sheep Stay Sleep TV. I appreciate all the love and the support. Happy Valentine's Day to all the ladies. Happy Valentine's Day to all the ladies. And happy Black History Month. And this is what we're going to talk about today. So let's see who's in the building. Let's get to the shout outs. And then we're going to get to today's show. Because we have to talk about this today, man. Shout out to you, Miss Queena. Salute. Always coming through and holding down the Chizat. Shout out to Miss Queena in the building. Shout out to Big Dale 063. How could we stoop so low, man? Salute to you. I appreciate your support. Hopefully I can get you on the show tomorrow, man. I'm going to definitely hit you up. But I definitely appreciate your support. Definitely do, man. And I hope you guys are tuned into today's show. Hope you tuned into today's show, my brother. So salute to you once again. I appreciate your support. I appreciate all the work that you're doing out there, man. Shout out to Yaninka Bay. Peace to you. What's up, Trinity? What's going on? Shout out to Miss Angie. Shout out to Miss Angie B. Always coming through and holding down the Chizat as well. Shout out to you, Miss Angie. Much love. Shout out to Miss Coleman. What's up, Miss Coleman? What's going on? Shout out to my man Alonzo Hall in the building. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We're going to get into it today, my brother. I appreciate your support. What's good, Bucket? Shout out to my man Bucket in the building. Shout out to my comrade. Salute. Shout out to the Book of Rona in the building. Salute. Shout out to Miss ES. What's up, ES? What's going on? Let's see who else is in here. Shout out to Camille. What's up, Camille? What's going on? King Israel. What's good? Shout out to Alaska in the building. Shout out to Alaska. Shout out to my man Chef. What's good, Chef? How you been, man? It's been a minute. My man Dion in the building. Salute. We're going to talk about that, man. We're going to talk about that today. What's up, Quita? What's going on? Shout out to everybody in the building. I appreciate all the love and the support. Shout out to everyone coming through. Make sure y'all hit that like button and share today's show. Hit that like button and share today's show. Hit that like button and share today's show. What's up, Bob? Salute, man. Salute. We got to talk about this today, man. We got to talk about this today. Dion says, young kids don't know nothing about Malcolm X or Martin Luther King. Nope. And if they do, it's a whole lot more they don't know. And Before we get into the show, I gotta say this because if you go to the playlist section of my channel, what started me doing series, I know y'all like when I do series a lot on this channel, but originally the first series I started on my channel was the Black History Month series. I started this back in 2017, where I took 10 Black historians that is not mentioned during Black History Month in the schools. And I documented their history and just gave my dissertation on each person. I did men and women. I believe the last Black History Month I did was 2019, if I'm not mistaken. Either 2019 or 2020. So make sure you guys go and check that out. Go to the Black History Month series. I have them all highlighted in playlists. So you can start from 2017, whichever year you want to check out. But that is how I started doing series on my channel. And I stopped doing it to focus more on, just directing more of the content toward the brothers. And I think it's something I should have kept going. Just even if I was going to do it as pre-records, because I don't know if it's just me, but for the last few years, man, I'm going to say ever since COVID, I don't really hear nobody mention Black History Month. I don't hear nobody talking about Black history. I don't really see no channels highlighting Black history. And I'm not saying that, this is what you have to do, because if that's not your content, that's not your content. I'm not telling nobody how to run their channels, but I'm just noticing throughout social media how Black folk, we just have allowed everything else to distract us. And we don't even celebrate Black History Month anymore. I remember when I was young, we used to have to write paragraphs about Black historians. Some of my friends had to write book reports. Their parents would make them write book reports just because it was Black History Month. What happened to the remembrance of our people? I don't know if it's just me, but I'm noticing year after year, Black folk are moving further and further away from one another. And I mean in a positive way. I mean celebrating one another, celebrating each other, celebrating our success, celebrating our history, celebrating the contributions that we brought to goddamn society. That is no longer celebrated. And y'all sound off in the chat room. Let me know if it's just me. Because it's like, hold on, man. And it ties right into what my brother Dion said. These children today, they don't know shit about Black history. They don't know shit about Black history. When that was a prerequisite. You had dudes that I grew up with who couldn't read like that, but they knew who certain people were. Shout out to my brother Papa Flocka in the building. Salute, bro. ES says, you're not alone. I've noticed it too. Camille says, I've noticed it too. Dion says, Black excellence is dead. God damn. God damn. That sound like when Nas said hip hop was dead. And that's crazy, man. And that's crazy, man. And I've noticed a lot of women, a lot of black women online, they've been bringing up Black History Month too. Shout out to Charisma Speaks, because I be checking out her community tab. She been posting some Black History Month stuff. Shout out to you, sis. Because I see you be on point with shit. You be on your righteous shit. I be paying attention. You do your thing, you do your entertainment stuff, but you still keep shit in line. I pay attention. So salute to you. But us brothers, on the other hand, we talk about ass. We talk about ass, the Super Bowl. This is what we talking about. Forgetting about the men who died so you niggas could sit around and sit on your ass. See, this is what we gonna talk about today. See, we gonna bring some shit back to you niggas' memories. Cause it seem like you forget. You forget that niggas died for you niggas to sit around and get drunk and be lazy and don't do shit. Niggas died for that. Niggas died so niggas could be comfortable. So you could sit in your lazy boy and scratch your nuts like Al Bundy. You do know it's niggas that died for that too. See, we're gonna talk about this shit today. Hey, everybody's up in the uproar. Oh shit. Oh, the manosphere. They took this from me and they took that from me and the manosphere. I'm gonna tell you where the fucking manosphere went wrong in the beginning. See, because, and I've been said this shit. See, once you niggas denounced being black first, it's Black History Month. You niggas had a black manosphere, right? You niggas had a black manosphere and denounced black power. You niggas denounced being black first. You niggas denounced it. And along with being black first, you niggas threw out the black family. That's why you threw out the black woman. That's why you threw out the black daughter, because you only talk about black boys. See, you threw away your family, nigga, when you said we not black first no more. But you the black manosphere. But you separated from the mainstream manosphere. Let's just go ahead and say the white manosphere. You niggas separated from them, right? Why? Because at that time, you niggas were black first. You were about the black family and the upward mobility of black people. Remember this, niggas? See how you laid the foundation for corruption? See when you go against the truth? See when you go against the truth and you start standing on lies. Oh, we ain't black first, but you got a black manosphere. Then why the fuck you ain't just stay over there with the white boys? Why we ain't stay over there with the white boys? See, you niggas did that to throw black women out the fucking window. That's what you niggas did. And look what happened to us. Look what all of this corruption got niggas. See, this is why you cannot delve in this type of shit, brothers. See, now it's coming back around the mountain. This is why none of you niggas talk about Black History Month. See? But you created a black manosphere for black men. But I think we forgot the history of black men coming together and why. What was the whole reason for the black manosphere? Because we needed a space for black men. Isn't that the whole fucking purpose of black men always unifying? Because we need a safe space. We need a place to operate so we can sit down and work out our issues and find a way to combat the issues that's against us and our goddamn people. Isn't that why we always unified, niggas? Huh? But when you took off being black first, this is when all the corruption began. See, when you niggas wanted to stop being black men, when you because you was afraid to deal with the issues that come with being a black man. See, it's some shit that you got to deal with being a black man in America. See, and you niggas wanted to run from that. Once the numbers went up, once the views went up. But remember, that's what it was built on. See, that's how you know it was corruption. This is how you know it was corruption. From the inside. This is why now it has no real effect for black men. See? And this is why now these same niggas don't honor Black History Month. See? You see? You forgot. But we're gonna refresh everyone's memory today. And this is going to be a very unpopular stream. Very unpopular. Because, see, you niggas don't like the truth. You don't like the truth. You don't like it. Because the truth requires change. This is why you niggas don't like the truth. You think you're going to build a whole community on a lie and think that the community is supposed to be functional. See, y'all forgot the whole reason why black men get together. You forgot the whole reason for agency. See, we're going to show you today why these brothers who were once together, right? And who've allowed ego, like the manosphere, and all other shit black men come together and build, and we internally destroy it. And then the feds come in and sweep everybody up and give everybody RICO law bids. See, we forgot why we came together. See? See, at one time, there was no Bloods versus Crips. There was no Black disciples versus gangster disciples. There was none of that. See, in the beginning, it was none of that. See, in the beginning, it was all black men taking care of their neighborhoods and working with each other. This is how they came together. You see? But what brought black men together? What do you think brought these three black men together? What brought the black manosphere together? What brought the black manosphere together? What brings black men together? What usually brings black people together in general? Put it in the chat room, y'all, if y'all know. Because we're going to show the videos. We're going to play the videos. Oh, yeah, we going there today. Shout out to everybody in the building. We going there today. Oh, yeah, we are. We going there today. What has always brought black men together? Sound off in the chat room. Struggle. Hey, Miss Shaw Newsom. ESS family. You correct, Bob. Struggle. 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 That is what always made black men unify. Because of the struggles of us personally and our family struggling. Struggle. Or the bigger word, oppression. 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 And we got the favorite word that our youth run around and say today, op. And we're going to talk about this on tomorrow's show. Hopefully I could get the OG on. Because they're working on getting rid of the word op. Because the real opposition is oppression. This has always been the black man and the black family's opposition. That's the real op for us black men. It's not you because you blood, because you cuz you this, because you that. No, it's oppression. That's the op. That's the real opposition. That's who all of us are fighting. That's who all of us are fighting. Oppression. This is what brought black men together. This is why the black manosphere was formed. Because what? We didn't want to be up under no white boys. But then what do we do to each other? Because we've lost sight of who the true opposition is. When views got involved, when money got involved, when fame got involved, when prestige get involved, when niggas start getting crowns on their heads and getting put on pedestals. They lose sight of the mission, which is to defeat oppression for your people. Not to start shitting on your people. Because when you shit on your people, that's a form of oppression. This is what you niggas don't understand. Space Kitchen Podcast, salute. That's a form of oppression. You see? Y'all don't see that in the slave movies? My bad, y'all. Y'all don't see that in the slave movies? How when Master come by and he looking at all the field niggas, what you looking at, boy? You could never be me, and spit at them. That's where niggas get that from, shitting on other niggas. That's where we get it from. Black people shitting on other black people, looking down. That's where we get it from. When Master will come through riding on his chariot. What you looking at, boy? That's what you niggas do, driving through the hood in your new Rolls Royce, looking out the window, looking at niggas so niggas can see your Rolex. This is what y'all doing. Now you looking down on everybody who was just on the same corner as you. See? You just like Master. Why? Why? Because you forgot that the real enemy is oppression. And this is how you become an enemy of your own people. Because you lose sight of who you really fighting against, what you're really fighting against. And you start thinking because you got $2 over lunch money and you can pay your rent on time every month and still have extra money, that now oppression doesn't exist. That now it's not as bad as what we thought. See, this is what happened to black men. This is what happened. And when you got niggas that start running around with this mentality, with this backward sellout mentality, this is when the war amongst black men began. And we start killing each other. And we start saying, this is my block. This ain't your fucking block. What are you talking about? What do you own over here? Would you own some little niggas who run around killing each other? This ain't your block. How does your block? You killing your own homies. You killing your homies' friends. We all used to play together. Now we killing each other. How does your block? No, this was your block when them white boys was coming through here as a mob, throwing rocks and slingshotting us and shit. And we had to stop them from coming over here beating up the girls and assaulting the little children. That's when it was y'all block. When you protected it from outsiders. When you protected it from oppressors, not your own people, nigga. See? We forgot who the true op was. Who the true op is and will always be. Oppression. And this is what we fighting, black men. This is what the black manosphere lost sight of. We fighting oppression, nigga. We fighting high incarceration rates. We fighting homelessness. I'm not fighting you over no talking point. What I look like fighting you over a cash app from a little chick in the goddamn chat room? What I look like fighting you over that? You know why you're fighting me over that? You know why you think we should be fighting over cash apps and views? You know why? Because there's a high unemployment rate. There's persistent barriers to wealth. That's why you compete with me for views and cash apps, nigga. And who got the biggest YouTube check and who's a big YouTuber? See, we lost sight of the mission. See, we weren't supposed to get up here and become combative and compete with each other. We were supposed to collaborate. So we all rich. Why all black men can't drive Phantoms? Why? See, the niggas who say we can't do it is the niggas who don't want niggas to do it. Because you got that $5 elitism in you, boy. You a $5 elitist. You want to be the only nigga with a nice car. Oh, see, because everybody ain't going to grow up and be able to get a nice car. Says who? You? Oh, because you ain't going to really try to help niggas. Because you one of those niggas. That's cool. You one of those elitist-minded niggas who think you something. When you die, you going to get put in the dirt, nigga, or in the urn. Relax. You not really that important in the big scheme of things. When you die, nigga, it's going to be another day for everybody else. This is the problem with black men. We forgot our history. This is why niggas act goofy and do goofy shit. Because we forgot our history and what we really supposed to be focusing on and what we really supposed to be dialoguing about. Because we forgot our history. Because we removed ourselves from being black. Oh, I ain't black first. Oh, fuck that. Oh, they armchair revolutionaries. Oh, they died broke. Oh, what they ever did. Oh, that shit is old and played out. Those the same motherfuckers who gave you the luxury to sit your dusty ass and do a live stream every day. What are you talking about? It's black men and women who died so niggas could be comfortable. Don't you know that? And how we pay homage to these people. We don't even pay homage to them no more. We don't even pay homage to them no more. What's up, Kwafi? Cartel, salute. What's up, Q? Q's talking the building. Brother Love Show, salute. King Sight, salute. We don't even pay homage to them no more. Everybody, oh, Riri's pregnant. Oh, Riri's pregnant. I saw more grown-ass men making status about a chick being pregnant. Nigga, you don't even make statuses about your own baby mother being pregnant, nigga. This is what I'm talking about with black men on goofy time. Oh, Riri was pregnant. Oh, you saw Riri? Grown-ass men. Grown men. Oh, Riri look good, y'all. You saw Riri? Making whole statuses on Facebook, all that. Oh, look at Riri. I be looking like, this what you niggas is doing? You niggas watch the Grammys? You niggas is screen recording performances? I thought that was, I don't know. It could just be me sometimes, because sometimes I be a little too over the top with certain shit. But I don't even know too many niggas who watched awards and all that no more. Like that shit is so juvenile, man. Like grown ass men say, oh, you saw that performance? Like, oh, huh? Like what? It could just be me. It could just be me, man. I ain't really knocking you dudes. All right. But it's just weird to me. It's just weird. Cause it's like, what are you really serious about? This is what's going on in your head. This is what you do in your spare time. Like, where your mind at, bro? And a lot of brothers have lost their way because they've ran from the foundation. You ran from the foundation. If you are about black men and about the black family, you are black first. So where is the black male content creators who are saluting the black men who have contributed to this world during this time of the year? Huh? Paying homage is something that men do. It is an honorable gesture. That is what men do. That is what warriors do. That is what kings do. Men of valor. That's what they do. They pay homage. You niggas always talk about the forefathers of the manosphere and the forefathers of this. What happened to the foundation? Hmm? What happened to standing on the original teachings that made y'all say we need our own black manosphere? What happened to those teachings? Huh? Like do for self. Want for thy brother that you want for yourself. What happened to that? Because you niggas stood on that. What happened to all of that? Huh? That's what I want to know. What happened? Today, we're going to give y'all a history lesson, man. I'm getting ready to share my screen. Shout out to everybody in the building. Shout out to everyone in the building. Hit the like button and share today's show. I'm getting ready to share my screen. Take y'all down memory lane, man. We're going to get to some history. And tomorrow, we will be back with part 2. We will be back with part 2 tomorrow. Fair use, fair use. This is for educational purposes only, YouTube. Fair use, fair use. I'm going to let some of it play, and then I'm going to come back. I'm going to give my commentary, then we're going to play the rest of it. Shout out to everybody in the building, by the way.
The Double Disciples was created by a group of teens that agreed to come together to combat their enemies. The gang started in the northern half of Hyde Park, southern Kenwood area, and in Inglewood. Wealthier whites were bullying several black kids. By the late 1950s, blacks were moving. In the year 1958, the Double Disciples was created by a group of teens that agreed to come together to combat their enemies. The gang started in the northern half of Hyde Park, southern Kenwood area, and in Inglewood. Wealthier whites were bullying several black kids. By the late 1950s, blacks were moving into the area in southern Kenwood at a higher rate as the area became more affordable. Their first rivals were the Rebels, a white racist gang that was 2,000 deep. The Disciples established headquarters at the Hyde Park intersection of 53rd and Kenbark, which became their very first stronghold.
Now, had to stop that real quick. Now, y'all heard what they said, right? Y'all heard what they said, right? Who were our first op? Who were these black boys protecting themselves in their neighborhoods from? From them? No, a group called the Rebels. A white gang, right? Who was coming through there trying to oppress them. See, black men, we always fought oppression. Don't lose sight of the mission. And we've done this, and we've done it too many times. It's oppression. That's the op. That's the op. Let's get back to it.
The gang will be founded by a group of kids, with one of them being David Barksdale and another being Richard Strong, and others with nicknames like Mango Shred, Prince Oldtimer, Kilroy, Leonard Longstreet, Nightwalker, and many others. The disciples created the symbol of a Star of David, pitchfork and devil's tails with devil horns. Their early beefs would be against the Egyptian Cobras, the Black Stone Raiders, which would later become the Black Pea Stones. In 1959, Jeff Ford and Eugene Harrison formed the Blackstone Rangers gang in Blackstone Avenue in the Woodlawn area, assembled to defend themselves against the Devil Disciples and other gangs. In 1960, the University of Chicago backed a program to renovate Southern Kenwood and Northern Hyde Park by cleaning out slum buildings and renovating some of the older homes. This would increase the value of the neighborhoods and push out poor black families, causing most of the families to move into Inglewood. As the families began to move in the early 60s, the disciples grew stronger in Inglewood and would gain more territory. A new headquarters would be set up at 63rd and Normal by 63. Meanwhile, gangs are on the street battling for turf, getting busy. August 8, 1964, the Chicago PD would arrest 63 Stones in the yard of Carmel High School during a parade. They planned to fight the disciples. February 1st, 1966, High Supreme Cobra shot multiple Del Viking members. The Del Vikings would later become a part of the Gangsta Disciples. July 21st, 1966, 5 Stones were randomly shot at. The very next day, 14-year-old Danny Butler of the Eastside Disciples was arrested for shooting 19-year-old Bernard Green, which was a member of the Stones. January 9th, 1968, Bernard Wood of the Stones will be arrested for shooting a disciple named Joseph Evans. Now, David Barksdale, aka King David, would take leadership, and his goal was to recruit small gangs in the area to make them factions to make the gang stronger. As he recruited these gangs, they would add disciple to the end of their name. Barksdale's goal was to stop senseless gang warfare and provide protection and take more of the positive route. They opened and operated a gas station, 2 restaurants, community cleanup programs. Barksdale operated a free breakfast program for the community, opening fundraisers, legitimate businesses, enforcing school policy to keep kids in school. They also retired in civil rights groups. February.
Oh no, no. Oh no. These were bad men. These were horrible men. Did y'all hear the whole goal of David Barksdale? It was to unify the different factions of black men, organize, right? Get organized. Who said that? Organize. Huey P. Newton. See, he knew his history. He came along and he wanted to stop the violence, stop this senseless killing amongst black men, to remind them of who the op is, the true op. Oppression. This was this man's goal. This was his goal. See? Because let me show y'all something. This guy right here, on the left side here, with this mug shot, he's the guy that you see on the screen here, David Barksdale. He started as Devil Disciples. These two guys here, supreme gangsters. He united everybody, this guy, and this is how you had the black gangster disciples. You see? So all of this Chicago war and all of that y'all see played out and has been played out in front of us like a movie, they're using our narrative against us. The GDs, the BD, it was never about nothing that they show us in the media today. You see? The same way how the black manosphere is displayed. A bunch of niggas crying about women. A bunch of niggas got a bunch of hatred and vitriol against black women. That wasn't what it was about. That wasn't what it was about. Just like it wasn't about GD versus BD. It wasn't about black men going to war with anyone. The black manosphere wasn't about going to war with black women. It was never about war. It was about peace, organizing for peace, like this brother who unified everyone. It was for peace. That's what it was about. Because that is what black men fight for. We go to war for peace. We fight the issues of the things that plague us so we could live in peace, so our family could live in peace. That's why. It's not to compete with no one else. It's not to be the top guy, the big guy. No. It is for peace. Because all black men ever wanted was a fair shot that everybody else got in this country. Without no interruptions. Without no bullshit laws, without none of that bullshit. That's all we ever wanted. And we had to fight and die for it. And still fighting and dying for it. Still, some of us are still fighting and dying for it. But those guys don't even go recognize no more. The Micah Johnsons of the world. Peace to that brother. I did a dissertation on him in one of my Black History Month series. Nobody talk about Micah Johnson. Nobody talk about the first Black Lives Matter advocate who they found burnt up in his car. I forgot that brother name. Darren. I think his first name was Darren too. Y'all put it in the chat room. They found that man burnt up in his car. They killed him. He was the first Black Lives Matter advocate who was on the ground mobilizing black people in different cities and states. His name was Darren something. They killed that young man. That man was burnt. They found him burnt up in his car. What happened? See, nobody talks about those black men no more. See, because they was able to switch the narrative. They was able to convince us that we're our own op. That opposition don't exist. You're the opposition that you need to kill to get out of the way. This is what they've convinced black men to think and to understand. The problem is you're upset because you can't properly communicate with other men because your vocabulary is limited due to poor education support, right? So now you get upset, and the way you communicate is by hurting people. That's the way you get your point across. When somebody don't understand you, you want to inflict pain on them to get your point across. Because you cannot properly communicate because of your home life and the poor schooling in your area. See, but we don't want to talk about that. We want to just say, oh, he a op. He just upset because he can't read. Did you ever think about that? He walking around mad because everywhere he go is shit that he got to read and he can't. But he know about this Glock. Can't even spell Glock. But he know how to use it. This is going to get my point across. Fuck knowing how to read. This is where we are as black men. Because we forgot our history. And you're going to always have men that's going to remind you. That's just the way, that's just how shit works. There is no, oh, shut up. Oh, don't nobody want to hear. You're always going to have that. It's just the way it is. It's just the way it is. Let's get back to the video. Y'all hit the like button and share the show. Fair use, YouTube. Fair use.
14th, 1968, a shootout between the Double Disciples and Blackstone Rangers, causing an innocent bystander to lose their life. May 8th, 1968, King David and a few of his men were shot at while sitting in a car. When the police arrived, he identified Melvin Bailey, Andrew McChristian, and Edward Dinkins. All three men were arrested. July 20th, 1968, over 200 gang members would meet near the University of Chicago for a peace treaty. Eugene Hairston and Jeff Ford would meet with David Barksdale to discuss keeping the peace and not fighting each other anymore. Plus, it was already 29 murders that year between the Stones and the Disciples. Jeff Ford earned the nickname the Angel for his ability to solve disputes and form alliances between the Rangers and other gangs. Jeff would give Larry Hoover an offer to incorporate the gangsters as a part of the Black P. Stone Nation structure as Gangster Stones, and offer Hoover the less favorable position as an ambassador with the Black P. Stones Nation. Larry Hoover would take the offer as an insult, and of course he would decline. September 8th, 1968.
He took the offer as an insult and declined. See? The ego. The ego. They trying to stop the war. He like, man, what? Y'all gonna offer, y'all trying to say, let's stop this. After y'all done killed my homies, I done killed y'all homies, and y'all want to give me a spot? Man, hell no. And I don't trust it. We're still dealing with this type of shit right now, black men. Right now. But I hear you niggas get up here and say, oh, why are we going back to the 60s? Oh, why are we going back to the 50s? Oh, nigga, because it's the same fucking shit. You don't read? Do you pay attention? Do you do any research? It's been the same play. You don't see it? You don't see the same shit happening to us? Oh, well, why we got to go all the way back there, DS1? Nigga, because the same shit these young drill rappers is doing in Chicago, they was the founders was doing to each other. You don't fucking see it? Who do you think those kids are who are killing each other now? They're from the lineage of these men. They're from the lineage of these men. Oh, DS1, well, why we got to go back there? That doesn't matter. Hey, asshole. Do you know that King Von is the grandson? That's why they call him grandson of this man, David Barksdale. Don't y'all love King Von? How he tell all his killer stories when he was rapping? Where you think he get it from? Where you think he got all that shit that's in him from? Huh? He had a daddy. His daddy was killed too. Did you know that about King Von? But you niggas love when he talk about them guns and murdering people. You don't even know where he come from. He come from a man who preached peace. That's what he came from, nigga. But you don't want to talk about that. You want to glorify the bullshit. You a sellout. Anybody who use their media platforms to glorify the destruction of the black family, you're a sellout. You know why? Because it's called negative media portrayal. And that's another thing that we have to combat against. Shout out to the black men who created their own media companies like Dame Dash. Shout out to Dame. Create their own streaming services. Why? Because Dame said we need to promote the best images of ourselves to our children and to the world. See, when they talk about King Von, he's a killer. No, he's actually from the lineage of a great man. This man right here, David Barksdale, the one who wanted to stop all the killing. Y'all just thought this shit just always went on like they just is killers and everybody just killed everybody and no one wanted to stop it. Niggas better wake up, man, and start paying homage to what black men have always done. Let's get back to the video.
A gangster disciple named Booker Ransom would be killed by a supreme gangster. Now, in that same year, different factions would go at it, as Larry Hoover would be shot outside of a high school. This man right here you see in this mugshot was the man that caught the wreck on Larry Hoover. Now, between 68 and 1969, Southside Chicago gangs were getting busy and bodies were dropping. I mean, there were several peace treaties, but it was ended by different factions that didn't even know it was a peace treaty. Now, Jeff Ford and the Black Peace Stones were getting thousands of dollars in government grant money after projecting a public appearance as a community youth group in need of funding to help poverty. They would use that money for both legal and illegal business. Now, these two groups or these two gangs, whatever you want to call it.
Now, herein lies the problem. Now, as y'all just heard, the peace treaties didn't stop the war back then. Didn't stop the war back then. So now, just like, remember this, y'all? Remember when the pillars of the so-called black manosphere wanted to put their beef to the side, peace treaty, but what happened? When money got involved, all bets were off. See, we were already at war. It was already war. Now y'all go get some money. And what you think we gonna do? And what you think they gonna do? See? Now we're each other's opposition. Look how the oppressor funded the war. They gave the money. You see, they gave the money to Jeff Fort and them. Don't think the other groups didn't get no money. See how they funded the war? See that? Black men, we didn't see this shit. We didn't see it. They didn't see it. They didn't see it. That's why Chief Keef and them didn't see it. Lil Durk and them didn't see it. Duck and them didn't see it. Vaughn and them didn't see it. 5EO Foreign and them didn't see it. K Flock and them didn't see it. Pop Smoke and them didn't see it. It's the same shit. But we gonna blame, y'all gonna turn around and blame us. It's the same shit happened to us happening to y'all. I'm just blessed to survive, to be alive, to be able to speak about it. Because I was there. I saw this shit. I saw my friends get 20-something years. He's still in there right now. Another one, 30 years. Another one dead. Another one dead. We saw this. How you niggas gonna blame us? That's what happened to y'all. Y'all couldn't fix it. Back then. Then when the money came, when Chief Keef got a record deal, what happened? When Lil Durk got a record deal, what happened? Huh? When Chief Keef got a record deal, what took him to the next plateau? Not just the song, but what he said in the song, which created the ops. The money. The money. The money. The money is what made him talk about we smoking Tuka. And it took over the world. And then what happened? Tuka friends made a song, BDK. Now everybody's dying. Everybody's dying now. Everybody's dying. Niggas is dying every day. Walking to school, getting killed at the bus stop. Remember Lil Mark got killed at the bus stop. Shot him in his face at the bus. Other dudes getting killed at the bus stop. The money there now. More guns. Just like what happened back then. Because back then, black men forgot who the opposition was. See, the history of us getting together and why we got together was because of oppression, was to fight oppression. Not for us to get to free ourselves in some way, and then now we compete with one another. No, we fought oppression to get freedom to compete against the world, not one another. See, we forgot that. We lost that. We lost sight of that. They lost sight of it a long time ago. Why you think they came back to try to fix it? Why you think they came back to come and fix it? It was always about unity amongst black men to fight oppression. Not to fight nobody else. Not to fight black women. Not to fight each other. Not to compete with black women. Not to compete with each other. Compete on a world scale. Now it's time to show the world who we are. That's what it was about. But this is why we need a history lesson. We need a history lesson. Because if we go back and see what worked and what failed, even in history, we should know what the fuck not to do now. But it seemed like we don't even get it. How we don't understand what we should not be doing anymore. I don't get it. I don't. Let's get back to the video.
Did a lot for the community. Both groups were receiving money from the Woodlawn organization to operate job training centers for neighborhood youth in Woodlawn. Even though fightings and shootings occurred, they still made it happen. But the disciples fell under the FBI investigation for mismanaging those funds for illegal activities such as buying drugs and guns. Now, the BDs will have their first member in the Robert Teller housing projects, which was controlled by the Cobra Stones. Black disciple Michael Mickey Bull Johnson moved in, and it's been alleged that he was only 12 years old during the time. He ended up running the BD's operation and running the buildings between 49th and State down to 53rd and State and the Grand Boulevard and Washington Park neighborhood in 1968.
Now, let me say this. I just had to say this. I had to stop it real quick. Salute, GQ. Salute. Right? Notice he said, this young brother, y'all got to understand, these were young boys running shit. I hope y'all understand this. Did y'all hear? He was 14 running the Robert Taylor homes. He was 14 years old. See, their ages, the ages of black men who was doing this type of stuff also denotes the level of oppression that was on the black family. The harder it was, men were forced out of the house earlier because they had to feed their siblings. This is history, y'all. This is due to oppression. 14 years old running the whole projects. He was 14. Just like you had Alpo and AZ in them from up in Harlem, running Harlem at 13, running a whole section of Harlem at 13 years old. This is our history. This is our history. You see young black men out there on them corners, hustling, scrambling, moving. Why? Because of oppression. Not because we want to fucking be drug dealers. Pookie never wanted to be Pookie. Okay? Ray never wanted to be Ray. Ray had to eat, and Ray had a little brother and little sisters. That's why he started robbing banks. Yeah. Because mama wasn't making enough slaving and cleaning up them white folks' house. Let's tell the truth. That's the whole fucking reason for a black manosphere. To combat the real issues that black men have in real time, not on the goddamn internet trying to get a cyber date. Looking for a little cyber jerk. No. No. The internet was supposed to be our virtual vehicle to put our message out. You see? That's what this was for. That was the whole reason for doing it online. so it can reach the world. You see? So the world could begin to see upwardly mobile black men who were about something. You see?
Now, by 1969, Larry Hoover was already the leader of his own gang called the Supreme Disciples. In 1969, Larry Hoover agreed to unite with King David and share the same throne to form the Black Gangster Disciples Nation. So we have King David, and now we have King Larry. April 26, 1969, at a party on 83rd and East End, a double disciple named Alva Love kills a Black Storm Ranger. Then right after, Jerome Jackson would kill Alva Love. Now Jackson would be later arrested for murder. June of 1969, the Vice Lords, Black P-Stones, and the Black Gangster Disciples all got together to form a coalition known as the Lord Stones and Disciples, or LSD. This was a unity of the gang so they could march on the government and demand equal rights, better jobs, and all the oppression and poverty in the neighborhoods. This coalition effectively slowed down gang violence between these three organizations. July 16, 1969, the leader of the Black P-Stones, Jeff Ford, was arrested along with two others for shooting a 22-year-old man for refusing to join the gang. Now, that was the 1960s. Now we have the leader of the Black P-Stones, Jeff Ford, being behind bars. We have Larry Hoover recovering from being shot. And now he is the leader of the Gangster Disciples next to King David. Now remember, King David Barksdale had been working with the leaders of the Black P-Stones on several failed peace treaties. That means he was looking for peace since 1966, and nothing ever worked because guys was just getting busy. Now, next video, we're going to cover the 1970s. That's going to be part 2. So turn on the notifications so you guys don't miss out. If you like the content, give me a shout out in the comments.
Now, we're going to cover part 2 tomorrow on tomorrow's show. Shout out to everybody in the building. What's good, Asar? Good to see you, bro. Shout out to everybody. But as y'all can see, they came together and created LSD. Lord, Stones, and Disciples. The Lords, the Stones, and the Disciples. They all came together to do what? To march for what? Better jobs. See, you niggas, boy. This is why I call y'all sellouts. Y'all changed the whole message. Because the Black manosphere was originally about what? Fighting for what? Representation for Black men. Why did those men put there all the people who died? This was in the 60s. They've been fighting for peace since the 60s. But all Black men want to do is kill each other. All Black men want to do is fight. All Black men want to do. Shut your ass up. Since the 60s. Tomorrow, we're going to show part 2 where they're going to talk about the 70s. And like I said, hopefully I could bring the OG Big Dale on, man. And we could chop it up. And he could give y'all some of his history of being a Chicago OG and the work that he's doing now, today. The community work. You know, like that community work Larry and them was doing. and David and them was doing and got all that money to do? Yeah. We ain't just start doing this shit, black men. When we gonna get back to it? When we gonna get back to it? When we gonna get back to having superheroes in our communities? You know, David Barksdale used to hand out money to the kids. He used to stand there and get a whole big stack of dollars, they said, and used to just hand it out. You know who else did that? King Von father. Yeah. He did that. They said King Von father used to do that. In O Block, he used to stand there and hand out money to all the kids who didn't have nothing. And then guess who else did it before he died? King Von. He bought all the kids in O Block bikes. See, this ain't nothing new. See, you got to know your history before you talk about you a real nigga. What you come from? What you come from? And what you come from and who you come from, what they stand on, what they about. Not about what they got and what they driving and what they wearing. That's goofy shit. We got oppression to fight. Fuck your Benz. This niggas out here with no jobs that'll pull you out your car and kill you in front of your family. See, we trying to stop shit like that from happening. So we all need to be driving Benzes. So nobody want to kill you to take your car, nigga. See, that's the plan. But you a $5 elitist. You done watched so much TV and got confused and got programmed. Come on now. Man, I appreciate you, OG. Appreciate you, man. Salute. Shout out to D's. He said young Dolph too. Exactly. You think it happened to them? You think it happened to Dolph? You think it happened? You think it happened to Nip? Corey Banks, salute. What do you think all this was? What do you think these men were doing? Why do you think they were killed? You think Dolph was killed? Dolph was killed because he ran Memphis. They called Memphis Dolph Land. That's why they killed him. He was feeding people, taking care of kids, taking care of mothers, paying bills, putting people in position to take care of their families. That's why they murdered him. The devil killed him. And the people who work for the devil. Because if you work for the oppressor, you work for the devil, nigga. See? See? You see? So when you niggas came in here and switched up the program on what black men supposed to be fighting for and what the space was supposed to stand for and stand on, you niggas start playing with the devil. And since all you niggas want to play with the devil, look what started happening. See, I'm going to tell the truth. You niggas played with the devil, look what happened. Poof! 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 See what happens when you want to play with the devil? Get your own people. Get your own people. Get your own women. Get your own women. Look what happened. Ping! Ping! Niggas start getting knocked down. Ping! 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 Yeah. Yeah. It happened to those men back then. Same shit. When you do dirt to your people. See, because when you sell out your people, you playing with the devil. That's what you do. Because your people was on the side with God. See, you niggas forgot all that. You threw all that out the window. So you forgot about all of that. You forgot your foundation. What this shit really is about. What black masculinity is about. It's about fighting oppression, nigga. It ain't about looking cute, nigga. It's not about having views and look at me. Where we going? Where we vacationing at? It's not what this shit is about, nigga. It's about feeding families, blessing people. This is what black men do. This is what we've always done, nigga. If this is not what you about, go sit down and watch. Just don't get in our fucking way. See, if you're not going to be a voice that's for your people, close your mouth, nigga. Just close your mouth. Just close your mouth then. Because there is something called treason, and we know what that's punishable by. We know what that's punishable by. And that's another reason why you niggas don't want organization and unity, because you don't want to have to pay them consequences for being a snake, for being a treasonous rat bastard. You don't want to pay the price for that, nigga, because you know what come with that. That's why y'all black men don't want unity no more either, and you don't want organization, and you don't want structure, because you don't want them consequences, boy. Belt to ass. You don't want that. You grown ass men be running from discipline. That's why when I asked about the structure of the black manosphere, I was quickly outcasted and told to shut up and to mind my business. And I'm just a little content creator that's clout chasing. Yeah. Because I know how this go. Because I've been part of something organized. And I understand the repercussions because I understand the responsibility that's put on me. You niggas are afraid of that. You niggas ain't fighting nothing but a wet dream. That's all you niggas are fighting, a wet dream. But guess what? We gonna bring it back to y'all memory on the history of why black men come together and why. What we come together for. We don't come together to talk about who had sex last night. Okay? We don't just come together to cry about, man, my wife acting crazy. That's not what men do. We don't just do that for that. So make sure y'all stay tuned for part 2 tomorrow, right here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV, man. Shout out to everyone in the building. Shout out to everybody for coming through. I appreciate y'all for tuning into today's show, man. Shout out to Boot Camp in the building. What's good, Boot Camp? 79th Street folks, salute. Q's Talk says true. The devil is a liar. Shout out to you, Q's Talk. Shout out to everybody in the building. Shout out to the OG Big Dale, man. Salute. I appreciate your support. We will be back tomorrow with part 2 of this topic. Part 2 of this topic. What's up, Sage? We will be back tomorrow with part 2 of this topic. Let's not forget, it is Black History Month. Let's act like it. Let's act like it. Let's try to at least keep the bullshit down. Like, goddamn, can we slow the trolling and the clout chasing? Can we at least slow that shit down during Black History Month? Because for the past couple of years, this shit been heightened. But see, it's been heightened so we can forget about Black History Month. See, I got to understand how they use this media stuff as a weapon. See, so they keep you talking about Boston Richie being a snitch. They keep you talking about 1090 Jake, who's a rat, academics, Hassan Campbell. So you forget to teach your kids about Black history. So you could forget to tell your kids to do a goddamn book report on somebody other than Martin Luther King and Malcolm X and Marcus Garvey. And if you don't want them to do a book report, you can just have them report to Sheep Stay Sleep TV, and you can send them to one of the Black History Month playlists where they can learn. See how they bombard us with the bullshit and the negativity, so we forget that it's Black History Month. See, we forget how fast the year go. So they made Black History Month the shortest month of the year, and then they bombard us with bullshit the whole month, so we don't even celebrate it. It's Valentine's Day. Oh, you heard what Hassan said? Oh, Hassan. Oh, academics. Oh, Drake. Oh, XXXTentacion. Oh. See how they do it? See how they do it? And your ancestors is sitting like, hey, we've been waiting for y'all. Y'all not talking to us? What happened? You niggas forgot? Hey, y'all not celebrating us? Stupid niggas. Mm-hmm. You niggas worrying about Jay Prince is a snitch. Did y'all know Mutulu Shakur's out of prison? Huh? You want to be, I'm a blogger. I'm a journalist. You're a journalist. All right. Did you know? Did you report? Can you report? Huh? Oh, that's not going to get no views. So you're not a journalist, nigga. You're a clout chaser. Why didn't you tell the world and tell your audience that Mutulu Shakur is out of prison? Did you know that? Anybody tell me, oh, you know Big Mitch about to come home. What about Mutulu Shakur? Huh? You know, Tupac's stepfather, the one who taught him everything y'all love Tupac for. Did you know that? Do you even care? Does it even matter? Big Mitch. What about Mutulu? Do you know who he was? If you want to find out, go to my Black History Month series. This is what drove me to the history of Chicago, doing my Black History Month series. And I read on Larry Hoover and who Hoover was and everybody around him and what all of that was about. And then I start cross-referencing the brothers in New York from the 5% Nation, the brothers over here in the South, the Deacons of Defense. I start looking like, hold up, all these brothers got similar. They all grew up poor. They all had to fight and run from police. They had to run from white folk. And then I went to the West and listened to Ayatollah Marv in them. Then I went to the West Coast and listened to Ayatollah Marv, the origin of the Pirus, and how that started. Oppression from the oppressor. How did the Crips start? Oppression. Community revolution and progress. I said, oh shit, we're all the same. What are we fighting for, black men? We all the same. You could go to each coast, nigga. Anywhere you want to go on the map. Anywhere you want to go in these 50 states, it's the same shit. Go look at your OGs. The same thing happened to y'all in LA, happened to us in New York, happened to the niggas down south, happened to the niggas in the Midwest. Shut up! Talking about we different niggas. How? When all the OGs and the founders was in ADX. They all send them to ADX. That's where they all meet. Stupid. They all meet in the feds. Stupid. How you think the Black P Stones got to LA? Oh, yeah. It started in Chicago. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Go do your history about 2 Mac Rogers. Go do your history on 2 Mac Rogers. Niggas better wake up with all this faction bullshit. Factions create competition. Because that's what was happening in the video we just saw. They was competing. They got that money. Oh, we gonna look better than them. We gonna make sure we getting money over here, and we gonna wage war. Isn't that what happened in LA with the Bloods and the Crips? With the help of the oppressor, right? With the help of the oppressor, the police department, you know, the LAPD. Lucifer's assassins. Yeah, you know them niggas that killed Biggie. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Lucifer's assassins, the LAPD. Yep. Yeah, it happened in LA too. Mm-hmm. With the Crips and the Bloods. They was kidnapping black men out of neighborhoods, dropping them off in rival territories with bandanas on, and they were getting killed. They did it in New York with Bambaataa in Malachi, York, and all of these other sickos. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Same thing. Same thing. When initially we got together to fight oppression. And now we've become our own worst enemy. Because oppression is a spirit. That's what you niggas don't understand. Oppression is a spirit. And we're going to go into this more tomorrow on part 2. Shout out to everybody in the building, man. Travis Rogers, salute. He said, I don't celebrate Black History Month, but you celebrate every day being a nigga. You celebrate every day being a nigga. You know how I know? Because you listen to Future. I'm that nigga. I'm that nigga. You don't celebrate Black History Month, but you celebrate being a nigga every day. Gotta wake up, brothers. We gotta stay steadfast, man. Can't fall asleep at the wheel. Come on, man. Come on, man. Shout out to everybody, man. I appreciate y'all for tuning into today's show. We will be back tomorrow, right here, 2:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV. Shout out to you, Sean Newsom. I appreciate you. I appreciate your support. Much love to you. Much love to you. Hope all is well, by the way. Shout out to everybody, man. Make sure y'all hit the like button and share the show. If you're new here, you enjoyed the content, make sure you subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you're notified every time I drop some new content right here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV. Don't forget, get down in the comment section and let me know what y'all think about today's show. We will be back tomorrow with part 2. We will be back tomorrow with part 2. If you would like to, if you would like to join me and my brother podcast, follow us. The links is down in the description box. You can follow us on all of your podcast networks. You can follow us on Spotify. You can follow us on Amazon Music. All of your podcast outlets, you can find us. Foundational Manhood Podcast. Salute to my brother, the Book of Ronan. Also, if y'all need any healing tips, information, consultations, or classes, the link to that is also down in the description box. Click the link and just tell her DS1 sent you. All right. I appreciate y'all for tuning into today's show. No doubt, Travis. I appreciate your support, bro. Salute, boot camp. Shout out to everybody in the building. Shout out to everybody for coming through. Salute to all the visionaries. DS1 Ross, Sheep Stay Sleep TV. And remember, y'all, we are our own agency. We are our own agency. I'm going to catch y'all tomorrow. Peace.